I really appreciate it as a chore.
Oh,
Mostly just swapping files, recording, swapping files. It is. It's a chore. Thanks for doing it.
oh, it's a piece of cake. I record all of our conversation.
Okay, Mike. One. There's some good ones. You could probably put together a greatest hits if you had one.
That would be funny. Yeah, you probably have. Yeah, you at least have like one person who would listen to it.
It's out there somewhere. Someone has recorded every time their friend drunk dialed them. There's
No.
someone out there, right? Someone's done it already.
Well,
And then cut it and edit it and made it into a really funny thing. Story.
they've done something.
People are
Haven't
doing
done
something right now.
they haven't done the Randall J show.
No, no, no. We should bring that back. Radio, they're bringing it back.
I thought it was called podcast now.
Yeah, yeah.
That's where all this stuff happens. I'm trying to remember. So
Oh, here's the man, the myth, the legend himself. Veridel! The one, the only, the vampire you love to hate, Veridel! So when we last left off, Veridel had fallen down, and everyone else, I imagine, was still up top, right?
Yep.
We haven't done any repelling down to aid Veridel or anything. Are you're alone by yourself? Are you not, Veridel?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I post on MeWe. Could Cree turn into a bat or bird and fly down?
You could, yes. Is that something you would like to do right now?
Yeah.
All your stuff stays where it is. You know that, right? You're gonna
Stays up.
yeah. When you turn into a bird, all your stuff drops off of you, and then when you turn back from a bird to a vampire, you will be bereft of clothing and equipment, unless someone. We've established that dynamic.
Yeah, I remember. I'm just gonna hope Rogol won't steal anything. All right. I'm gonna feed on him. That's a warning. And I'm gonna fly down and see what happened to my fellow vampire.
Your fellow vampire. The green water is only an inch deep where you are, but it's a bit oily and a little sticky, so you have green splotches fluorescent on you on your clothing. It just makes you stand out in the dark. So if you roll in it, you become like a little glow stick. And Kree, of course, can stand upright, so you just have it on the balls of your feet. But there are dark shadows crowding in around you, and we need to roll initiative. It's coming from all compass points, and it's obscuring your view. It's blackened out of the dark cave that you were in.
Okay.
I got to pull out dice already.
Yeah.
I'd rather just kick back and shoot the shit. Stuff up. Ooh, they got a 6. How's the chat in this bad boy? Oh, there's the chat. Veridel's a 3.
Lumen's just going to look down the hole.
Uh-huh.
Can we see anything yet?
Yeah, you see it getting you see everything being obscured as if a black fog was covering everything down below.
I'm getting a bad feeling about this one.
Just now.
Kree and Veridel, roll a saver to spells.
Just a tiny little bird.
No, you are a full. You're still in bird form?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he's. What do I see? He's kind of flat on the ground on that.
Yeah, I mean Veridel is, and you came. I just assumed you flew down and you stood next to him.
No, I just flew. Maybe I on his shoulder and kind of like trying to wake him up.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with Veridel. Veridel is conscious.
Oh, okay. I thought he was unconscious.
No. He's fine. The only thing that's been dinged is his dignity, I think. Veridel's fully up and operational.
Yeah, that was pretty silly.
Okay.
Yeah, I
And
passed my saving throw.
how far down are we?
What did I say? 30 feet?
30 feet.
30 feet to the floor of the cavern from the floor. Also, Lumen, Rogal, you hear some skittering and tittering as if there was like a horde of vermin moving about.
Down
outside
there?
The room we're in?
No, outside the room that you guys are in on your level. You're hearing you're starting to hear that far off. As far as anything can be far off.
Okay.
Yeah, we're over here in the statue room.
Yep.
Yep. Got it.
And there's a hole. There's two holes. There's one hole that Veridel fell down. There's another hole next to it. So that's what these two holes are over here.
Yeah, you can see those. You can see them.
Yeah.
Well, I think back to the wall on the other side of the hole. Lumen's just going to sort of just get ready, see whatever's coming down. We got we got a big the floating hand of light. Just going to sort of drifting down the hall, and then let's see what happens to these uglies downstairs. What are you guys doing down there? Get up here! Never.
What hall is your globe in the room or in the hall? Where's your globe?
It came in with us in order for us to see it. So
yeah. I don't know what I just was.
So yeah, it's like the cavern entrance, and so Lumen
Is
wants
the globe over your left shoulder, your right shoulder?
It just wants to send it sort of floating down into here.
Okay. That highlights the swarm of you can only call them rat dogs.
Jesus.
6-legged rat dogs with incisor teeth.
How many of those fuckers? It's just like more than 10.
No, but it's more than 5.
All right, Rogo, where do you want to be?
I don't know. Maybe I'll jump on top of that statue.
Okay.
Well,
can you communicate?
I'm taking these as definitive things. When you say maybe I'll do this, I'm taking it as that's exactly what you're doing.
Okay.
There's rat things up here.
Can you communicate in this birth form, or No, it's just
No,
chicken.
no, you're a bird.
Okay. Okay. If Varidel has a rope hanging in his equipment, gonna try to kind of stand on the rope and like on the rope, like trying to signal the rope
Okay.
to Varidel.
What did you guys roll your save versus spells?
Oh no, sorry.
Yeah, passed.
Yeah, bust.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Um, the black fog is animate, and it has no effect on you as it tries to swarm your consciousness with your blackest, darkest thoughts, because you guys are undead, living dead, and such things do not affect you. So instead, they would just straight up attack you. I get a 4 to Veridel. Ooh. A 1. 1 retreats because of the weird effect it's getting off of you and disappears. Cree, a natural 20.
Oh,
So you
gonna roll
t-
that percentage. Oh no, okay.
um, you take 5 points of damage.
Okay. Ouch.
And I got
Unfair.
I rolled a 19. Does that hit? That probably hits. And another 5 points of damage. As
Both to Cree, so this 10.
mm-hmm.
Ouch.
Yep. It's 2 lumps of the black fog
Ouch.
grab onto you, and then they're right where it's touching you on the shoulders gets corporal, and it's like dark black bag clinks in, starts tearing at flesh. All right, upstairs we've got the rats, and I guess we'll do a round of separate initiative up there, and then we're going to do group all together. Or maybe we'll do separate. But the rat dogs get 5. Okay, Rogo, you go first.
All
You
right.
just sprung up on the statue? Is that what you're going to do? Well,
Yeah, I
you
was
did
gonna
that
try
last
to
one.
take like partial cover.
All right. They could. The statue. Let's roll how high the statue is. Roll a d10. Let's see how far above how high the statue is off the basin.
3.
3 feet, so they can get to you. Standing on the
Okay.
will not put you out of reach.
All right. Well, I'm gonna
But
strike with this short sword.
okay,
13.
13 is a hit. Roll damage.
2.
See what these guys are for hit. Okay. 2 are able to attack you at once instead of like 3 or 4. I get a 2 plus 1 is a 3. Then I got a 4 plus 1 is a 5. Lumen, you are attacked by 3 rat dogs. 9, 14, and a 16.
Okay, 19 AC. So
None of that hits. I didn't think so.
do I get to attack now?
Yes.
All right, gonna big sweep with the bardiche. Gets a 19.
That's a hit. Roll damage.
9 points of damage.
You cut it in two.
If I can, I'm gonna flick the top of it, try to top one half into the hole and drop down on those other two. But if I can't, that's fine.
Yeah, you got to roll a 20 to be able to narrate that. Get that
Okay.
type of narrative control. Sliced and dice. Okay, now we're to group initiative. Who wants to take on the role of rolling initiative for you guys?
Did we get to do anything downstairs?
Yeah.
On that round?
Yes, of course. I thought you already had, but yes, go ahead. The vampires down below.
Yeah. So if I saw like the shadows encroaching on Kree, I would light a torch and see if the light drives it back at all.
Okay, it does not.
Cool. That's my round.
Kree, what are you doing?
I'm gonna try to, if I can, grab one end of the rope and fly up.
Okay. All right. You are headed up, and we're gonna have to roll initiative. It slows you down. It's really heavy to you as a Shrike, so you're not just fluttering around. You gotta like. So you're gonna get attacked again. So we're gonna roll initiative.
Okay.
You're lucky. I got a 1. I haven't rolled that crappy in a while.
So you're trying to get the rope up to the top to tie off? Is that what you're trying to do? Okay. So we know up top that Kree is a bird because we saw him drop his gear and go down, right?
Correct.
Okay. So if he,
What's Cassandra doing?
Cassandra, what is Cassandra doing? She's throwing you the end of her rope, telling you to tie it off to the statue and drop it down the hole in front of you. Because there's a hole in front of you. The basin of the fountain is actually a hole. It's the second hole. She's looking to get away from the rat dogs. She seems to want to tie a rope off the statue and climb down it into the cavern down below. That's what she does. Do you catch your rope? Do you do that, or what do you do?
With my free hand, yeah, I'll try to catch the rope.
All right. Let's roll a dex check. Roll 3d6.
$12.
And is that under your dex?
Yep.
Then no problem. You've got a hold of that, and you can tie it off if you want.
All right.
But it'll expose you to being attacked twice.
Right. Okay.
You cool with that?
Yeah.
Lumen, what are you doing?
I'm gonna.
Looks like a total of 9 of these things have come into the room. You don't see any others behind them. Yes.
Where are they? They swarming me? How many are there?
5 are swarming around you, yapping at you to try to chew you up, and 4 are around Rogel and or put 2 on Cassandra.
Where would she be?
She'd be to your west.
Okay. Put her somewhere over here.
Yep.
Okay, cool. And so Lumen's going to attack. He's going to try to wax one of these dudes. It's a total of 15.
That's a hit.
Cool.
That's right.
And that's 7 damage.
It's got 6 hit points, so it is another one
I'm
sliced
gonna try to
up.
flick it in the hole. I guess not.
She didn't roll 20, so it doesn't go sliding across the floor. Oh, okay. We know what Rogol is doing. Free and Veridel, what would you like to do?
I keep flying up.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna make my way. Well, actually, what I'm gonna do now that I have my lit torch, I'm gonna grab another one and like touch it to the other one, and I'm like gonna kind of like swing it into the shadow, like both of them into the shadows.
Okay. Okay. It doesn't have any effect.
Ah, so not even damage.
No.
Okay, then I will be slowly backing up towards the hole, awaiting the rope.
Okay. A 7 is not a hit. And a 6 is not a hit. Lumen, a 17, a 6, and a 8. Rugal, an 18, and a
Yeah.
17. Those both are hits, aren't they not?
Yep.
Lucky. Take 9 points of damage.
Ooh.
They're savage. Those
Yeah, I'm hanging in there.
incisors are insane. Have I attacked everybody? Gabriel Cree is attacked by this black foggy shadow.
Away, winning initiative of the thing.
No, you're flying up, and now it's attack. And I rolled a 20, natural 20.
Again? God damn it.
Is that the second time for you? That's I know it's the second 20, but yes.
Oh.
Oh, it's you got a lucky I rolled a 4 points of damage.
Okay. My beautiful plumage.
Okay, I think that's that round of initiative. Everyone has had their chance. Everything is attacked. Oh, Cassandra. Let's I'll roll off Cassandra, but we can still do. Yeah, she's missed. Okay. And she does her combat is ineffective. And there's his 3. Veridel, you're first up as far as well, I gotta see the other 2 initiatives. Squeak, 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 squeak. Rogel?
I'm pretty badly wounded, so I feel like my only chance of survival is to climb down the rope.
No, but you don't know what's on.
Yeah, I mean, I have 3 of these things on me.
Yeah, you
Doesn't
can
mean he
try
has
it.
to climb all the way down. But yeah, these things float though. Okay. All right. The rat dogs are up on the basin snapping at you angrily. Veridel.
So let's see. Is it knowing I'd be looking towards the hole, waiting for the rope to get up and drop back down? Do I see the other rope dangling?
Oh yeah. And you see Rogel comes down.
Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, so I'm gonna be running that direction like at the bottom of the rope and start latching onto it and be like, no, don't come down here.
All right. Well, I'll stop mid rope, so I'm just kind of dangling
In the tunnel.
Yeah, in between floors.
Okay. Lumen. An
We're
8.
taking.
I got an 18. Is it an
Yep.
18? 18 hits?
19 AC.
19. Thank you for repeating that for me. Miss. Cassandra. Let's see what Cassandra has going on. She kills one. The other one misses.
Where's Cree right now? Did you get up to the hole, top of the hole there?
Yeah.
Steve?
Not yet.
Well, what's your
I don't
initiative?
know.
Well, you might as well
Oh.
go after these guys.
Sorry, I forgot my initiative.
The dark things are ignoring you, Veridel.
All right.
The black fog is dissipated into 2 separate swirling entities, and they're all look like they're trying to englobe the Shrike.
What?
I'm gonna probably drop the rope now. And fly away.
Okay, where are you going to fly to?
Through the hole.
Okay, yeah, you're up in the room, and and those black things go straight for Rogel.
Ooh.
I'm going to do my attack while we're in this round, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I got a total of 23.
Roll damage.
Yeah. And that was a 7.
Okay, it had 2. I rolled 2 hit points. Splatted.
All right. So there's only one left around me. How about Cassandra got one too, right?
Yes,
Rogel,
she did.
and did Rogel get one? How many are left?
There's 4 left.
4 left.
5
Okay.
I've got a count of 5 dead.
Good. So there's 4 left. Now that Rogel's down there, they're barking down at him. Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, they're standing around the basin, barking
Okay.
barking at him. Is it they're barking at him or those black globular things, misty things? It's hard to tell. Like, get away from our food, you bastard! That's our lunch. Okay, another round of initiative, folks. Fate of the world is in your hands. All right, all you folks go first.
All right. Lumen's gonna. Can I get over to the? Can I ignore the one in front of me and just get over to the statue and attack one in one
Yeah.
round?
Yep.
All right. So he's gonna run over. He's gonna take one of those ones out at the top. You got a total of 20.
Roll damage.
And
3.
8.
I rolled 6 hit points for it.
Okay. So now there's only one.
Let's see. That one is going to flee. The 3 remaining, I think there's 3 remaining rat dogs. They flee.
Okay, good.
Rogel, what are you gonna do?
Up the rope. Veridel told me not to come down. I'm going back.
Okay. Cree, what are you doing?
Return to my normal form and start gathering my
Your stuff.
stuff.
Okay. Veridel, nothing's attacking you. They're all
right.
those black things are swirling underneath where Frugal went up through the hole.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna go up then, and pop up top.
Okay. Your guys are all on the floor with the statue, and there's 6 dead rat dogs on the floor.
Lumen's going to say, if you guys are through wasting time, we need to find the yolkless egg.
Well, I'm hanging on to your life right over here. Maybe I should appeal to the hands.
Oh, you're still down there?
No, I climbed up. I'm like bleeding out. I'm pretty badly wounded.
Um,
I'm a pip away.
Lumen looks as sympathetic as possible, but he says, I've depleted all my healing spells.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, young sir.
okay.
I would if I could. How bad are you?
I'm going to pull that fancy rope out of my backpack and start binding my wounds with the scraps.
Okay.
How bad? How many hit points do you have left?
2.
2. Ooh, that is pretty rough.
Yeah.
How many did you lose? You lose like
9.
Jeez. Yeah, that
Yeah,
is
he got
tough.
walloped.
Yeah.
And that was actually rolling the lowest amount of damage I possibly could. Pretty much, I rolled a 3 on 2d6.
Woo.
Well, I'm still in the fight, so.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Hey, it's good to see you back. It's good to see you back, Cree. We missed you, man.
Yeah, good to be back. Definitely. What? Where are we? I mean,
We can show the map. We came in through this gate over here. There's a, in the brown area, and we climbed up inside, and then we went through the door into this room, and there's this old lady. She's just sort of cackling, sitting in a cage, and there's a chain that goes around the thing that opens the door, but we didn't need to use that. Then in here, there's a bunch of columns. I don't know what else happened there. And then we came into this big, open area with a bunch of columns. And we decided to come down this hall, and we were sort of exploring it. And that's when we found a plate, a tile in the middle of the floor that was loose. And so we tried to, just found a box. We tried to disarm this trap, and that's when the whole floor went down.
okay.
And so, yeah, so we just walked into sort of, sorry.
Okay.
We just walked into a sort of pointless, damaging exchange.
Right.
That yielded bitter fruit for sure.
Yeah, and so we're trying to find this yolkless egg, and I'm of the mind that we at least, I don't know, I think there's a green sort of luminescent moss or something, or slime.
You saw lurid green colors jerking across the ceiling of the cavern to the west.
That sounds like a place that you might find something like death or an artifact or both. So I'm of the mind to sort of go back to where the visible signals are. What do you think, Stu?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so I think at this point, Lumen, seeing how this whole thing has gone, says I'll just take the lead on this one, and you know, you guys, I'll just walk down like some obvious adventurer, and with my light out ahead, and then you guys can be in the shadows because you're all pretty slinky. You know, you guys can disappear, and let's just see what I draw out of this place. Let's just see what evil comes. So Luma's going to walk down the hall, and hopefully you guys follow him, and not running, but sort of striding purposefully.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Walk
and
into a cavern. You can tell it's a large cavern by the overarching ceiling. Directly in front of you, 15 feet, is a curtain of stone, so you can't see all the way across the room, the cavern. It's
we
blocking your
were
view.
we were coming through this place over here, right?
Yep, yep.
Okay.
And the curtain
So
of stone dog legs to the northwest.
okay, so it's like a wall, but I can see
Yeah,
over it.
you can't see over it. You can just tell it's a wall because you can see the ceiling and you can see the lurid green light jerking on the ceiling. So so you're in a cavern that's much bigger than what you can see.
Okay, and then what happens over on the north side? Is it just
The curtain of stone dog legs to the northwest,
yeah?
and the cavern opens up in that direction.
Okay, let's just imagine that
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
something like that's
there's a
happening.
curtain. Yeah, exactly. Um, and it
And
opens up, and you can see the back of the cavern to the north. That's 40 feet away.
yeah, and
And it starts to look like it curls around like a shrimp.
okay, so it curls around like that, and then the how wide is this passageway?
It varies from 10 to 20 feet to
Okay,
30
so
feet. It's irregular. The far
okay,
west wall of this cavern you can see is honeycombed with rat dog sized holes.
Okay.
And in the center of this room is a pit. Looks like a sloping pit where the light is coming out of, the jerky green light. And there's also red and purple colors reflecting off the curtain of stone.
so what's on the so we're coming around. Are there any sort of movement of rat dogs?
Mhm.
No, no. Veridel and Cree can hear some rat dogs behind you going back into the room you left.
Hmm. What when we come into this thing, there's these little holes where obviously something could come out.
Yep,
What's over, on this side of
that's the
the,
pit. There's a shallow sloping pit.
and does it drop off into nothing or?
No, it's about 6 feet down. It looks like a taunt surface, like a pond, but it's like one of those gel things at a early Dead show when they're doing things on the back screen. It's green, shot through with red and purple dots, and a black crust edge around it.
How big?
And let's see, that's 15 feet across. The diameter is roughly 15 feet
Oh,
across,
so
and
it's
then by the
small.
time it gets down to that green surface, um, and it just looks like the colors are moving. It's not like the surface is rippling or anything. It's like just a jerky color motion radiating its green and red and purple. It's only 6 feet down to the surface of that, and the pit narrows a bit.
Okay. And then what's on the backside?
Just stone.
Outside.
Just stone.
So does it end? It's sort of like,
It circles around
okay.
a big
So
donut,
have
and
it
then
circle.
there's a passageway going back towards the tower that you came into.
Oh, right. Yeah, this one here. I remember that one.
Yep, bingo. That's it.
So something like that. And no other signs. I mean, the walls, do they,
It's all natural cavern in here.
markings, writings.
Nope.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll just, do something like that. So there's a big pit. The pit, correct me if I'm wrong, gentlemen, but pits with lights in them are always bad for adventurers, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
So,
Not feeling this room.
Lumen is going to walk right up to the edge of it then.
Uh,
Why
do
don't
you,
we tie a dead rat dog to a rope and drop it down and see what happens?
I can assemble the fishing pole.
What are you
Yes.
What are you gonna put on the end of the fishing pole?
Like a dead rat dog.
Well, they're guarded by two other rat dogs who are eating them, so you'll have to chase those off. They're not inclined to give over their dead buddies.
Oh, that they are in the back in the other room. Okay.
What about when there's two torches in their face?
Okay, that'll
I
get you
mean,
one. That'll get you one
there are,
carcass. They'll
there are
go.
like there are like 5 dead
Yeah,
rat
yeah.
dogs.
So they move over to a different one. Gotcha. I knew that was going to be your answer.
Jared
Okay,
Elford
it
jumping around like
goes.
a lot of glow sticks in the club.
You drop the dead rat dog. Um, and it feels like it's grass, and there's a gentle tugging.
Okay, let's see what we can fish.
And all that comes back up is your hook. The rat dog's been stripped from the hook.
Okay.
And then the coloring goes yellow instead of green for a bit, and then goes back to green.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make any sound. It has no heat.
Do we see any ripples in the surface when?
No, it's taunt.
Does anything come back off
Oh,
the
when
line?
when the rat dog, when you dropped it through, it kind of like a trampoline or whatever, it went, and then at one point the surface tension was broken, and it just went, and then the surface smoothed out again with the rope going down, and then there was that tugging. Not a nibbling, a tugging. Being a monster hunter, you know
And
the
it comes
difference
clean.
between a tug and a nibble.
Yeah. And it was there is no damage in the in the hook or the rope
Nope,
or
nope,
the wire. Okay.
nope.
And there's is it's not that substance is not left in the like it comes clean of everything.
Is
Or
this
is there any residue of
It's a
that?
good question. That's a good question. Um, no, there is no residue. It comes off clean.
Okay.
Clean. Leaves no residue.
Lumen's going to reach into his bag and he's going to pull out a decayed necrotic terranome hand. Okay. And he's going to say, I make an offering to you, beast of the holy shroud of colors. And he just sort of takes it and just tosses it into the center of the thing.
It sits on the surface for 4 to 5 seconds and then slips through. Bloop. Like it was like a lily pad or whatever, and then it just,
Yep.
but the surface doesn't move.
Is there any? Is it similar with what attack Kree and Varidol down the hole?
No,
Or
completely different. This is the glowing surface of something, where those were nebulous uh, black shadows
Mhm.
trying to
Okay.
infect you with your most negative thoughts, which we've now learned don't affect vampires very well at all. So it's kind of, you got like a immunity to those things. They're that power, but they're clearly magical because you've taken damage. Um, roll a d6. Three.
Okay.
Tell me what you get.
Two.
Two. You get 2 hit points back. You're healing back slowly because it must have some
Froze.
what attacked you
No.
must have some magical taint to it, because normal mundane weapons don't harm you. Being a vampire, someone stuck you through with a sword, it wouldn't do anything to you.
Oh, can you repeat? I lost some. Oh, you froze for a bit
You
for me.
only take damage from magical attacks. Mundane damage doesn't affect vampires.
What happened? We didn't hear you.
What happened?
Yeah, I thought something happened. You had to roll a die. I mean,
Yeah, you got 2 hit points back because he's a vampire.
oh,
And I was explaining that the damage that he's sustaining, the reason he actually sustains it is because those creatures were magical. A vampire does not suffer from mundane damage.
Right.
that's kind of cool.
It's got to be magical weapons.
Wow, there's a benefit to being an undead freak of nature.
Or I should say permanent damage. But yeah, every time you've attacked a vampire, it's been with some type of magical weapon.
Mhm.
That's why you've been damaging them, blowing through them. Otherwise, it would have been much, much more difficult.
Cool. Okay. I'm out of ideas for this.
Stu,
This
man,
group.
you're a mechanic. We need you.
Fix
We just
this.
don't really know enough to keep dabbling with it, right? Like, I mean, either we're gonna either keep messing around or dropping stuff into it, or we go explore somewhere else, right?
Yeah, yeah. Lumen's one step away from reaching into it. So, um,
Can we get one more description around the depth of this thing, and particularly the visible depth at which the rat dog was plucked off the pole?
Um, roughly three to 6 feet below the
Oh,
surface.
okay. So like relatively quickly, this thing disappeared.
Yeah, yeah. Anything that goes below the surface it's opaque. You can't see.
Yeah.
Um, and then yeah, Kree's letting out a little line, and then it was gently tugged on.
But the
but
line itself comes back intact.
Yes.
Mhm.
does it feel undead?
No.
We're done here then.
It's an alien projection of unknown origin.
I think only as a last resort, right? We come back here and monkey with this thing.
Yeah, if we exhaust everything else.
Yeah. Right. We're gonna explore those other passages to the east.
Yeah, so Lumen's gonna get into his whole sort of like, striding down the hall, like, delusional agent of fate. And let's I say we go sort of straight into where's the sort of straight down into this one over here. Maybe it'll all come back around. Because
Mhm.
what they say, what goes around, Gabriel comes around. So that the floating hand, floating ahead, sort of lighting the passage. So Lumen's about 20 feet back from that, and we're just going to go around this side. And then I don't know, what are you guys doing? How do you guys proceed in that?
Cree is probably hanging back and try and use his lesser cloaking, maybe to become undetectable to these rat dogs, assuming they're animals of low
Hmm.
intelligence.
Yeah, you hear them contentedly munching away in the room with the that you fell through the floor.
But probably staying back and make sure no one surprises us.
Okay, so the range of luminance is something like that. It's like 30 feet. So
Hmm.
lumen end of it. So that would put you guys probably back here in the shadows, right? Just sort of like coming ahead. I'm just trying to get a sense for it. So what happens when we come around this corner, Jay? Lumen's not just like walking into the room. It's just purposeful, slow,
I know. Looking into a
like
room and with a floating light.
he's the bull walking down to, fuck all
This-
the cows.
to the china shop.
Not yet.
The room is worked into a rectangle shape.
Okay.
It's covered in dust and cobwebs, and there is a writing desk, like a writing desk that you would stand at. It has it's however high, like countertop high, and it has a little sloping writing surface, and then so there's no back to it, and then you could pick up the
How big is the room?
35 feet deep by 15 feet wide.
So it's not very big.
No, no, it's like a chamber.
Yeah. Any exits or entrances, or
Nope.
which way does the room get face? Towards the door or away from the door?
Away from the door, and it's not up against the wall. It's kind of like right where you drew it.
Okay. So what that means is, and is there anything on this thing? Lumen's just going to sort of walk in, look around. You know, he's a minesweeper.
No, dusty desk, dusty, dusty desk. Say that 10 times fast. And then the natural stone that had been worked to give this uh, geometrical shape is covered in dust that's disturbing as you.
You guys, we should take a look around, right? Sort of like see if there's something, do a little search. It seems kind of weird that there'd just be a desk in the middle of the room.
Yeah. Check under the desk, the walls, like look underneath the bottom of the wood.
The desk seeing underneath it is easy. It's because it's on like 4 legs. It's literally you would walk up to it and you would open up the cover and you could pull out paper and stuff and put that down and then write on it. There's nothing else. There's nothing underneath it. There's nothing above it. And merely getting near it, it collapses and because it's so old into broken bits of punky dry wood, and 12 gold coins come scattering out across the floor.
Wow.
And the
Lumen.
coins have, uh, at least to Veridel, you feel like you've seen the markings on the coins before. Can't place it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where have I seen this before?
What does it look like? Is it like a face or a?
No, it's a symbol.
Does it look familiar to Lumen with his vast knowledge?
Does it
No.
look like the other old currency we associated with whatever the symbol on the assassin contracts was?
Yes.
Oh,
Those, and now it comes together. Those, because you saw some of the vampire soldiers gambling at some point while you're at Sunset Spires, but it's a currency of Zoo Orb.
Hmm.
But it's been sitting here for a very long time.
Interesting.
So these are Zoo Orb coins.
Mm-hmm.
You guys through here?
Did you say paths through here? No, there's no path through here, if that's what you said.
All right. So unless there's any.
let's check. Chris gonna take a look at the the south wall.
Okay.
Looking for any
What's your find? What's your find and remove traps?
59.
See if there's no safe for you. You're looking at a solid rock basalt wall.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna tap in, like looking for any hollow places or loose stones.
Nope.
Okay.
Well, Lumen's going to turn sharply on his heel and just clitter clatter down the hall. Unless you guys have some other plan. And we can always come back, right? So what happens when we go down to the center intersection?
There's a room to the west. Make sure I'm on. There's a room to the west and a room to the east.
About how approximately big are these?
15 feet wide and anywhere from 20 to 25 feet in length.
Are they deep? Are they rough, like caves?
They're like that room you just left.
Okay.
They were taking advantage of uh, natural cavern or splits in the rock and opened them up to make geometric passageways. And then the passageway turns to the west. It goes south a little more and then turns to the west. The
Wow.
room to the east is empty, and the room to the west has an old chain on the floor.
Just resting on the floor?
Yeah, yep. There's a 2-foot diameter metal hoop on the floor as well.
Really? Like mounted into the floor?
No, just laying there.
Oh, it's a hoop. It's like just a circle.
Yep.
At the end of the chain?
No, nope.
So there's a chain and then there's a
Mhm.
hoop. 2 feet by diameter. That's pretty big.
Yep, yep. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's kind of a big hoop.
It's like be tough to do that with a hula hoop if you were 9, I would imagine. If it's iron, right?
Yep, it does not look like it would be used or it'd be a very brutal hula hoop contest. Yep, it would probably be your type of spectacle.
Mommy, my toes hurt. Hey, so yeah, what do you think?
There's no such a thing as an empty room. Gotta be something there.
So are they next to each other, this chain and this hoop?
Yeah,
Does this chain
haphazardly, they've been sitting there undisturbed for a long time.
pretty dusty?
Yes, pretty dusty. You folks are the first ones to track these halls outside of some rat dog prints here and there in a long time.
They must have a way out, those rat dogs, because it can't be a lot of food there.
They eat each other, probably.
Yeah, it's Soylent Green. Luma's just gonna grab the chain with his undead hand. And he's gonna just sort of pick it up, feel its weight and heft. Maybe try to give it a flick, like a
It's 25 feet in length.
rattle it a little bit. He's just gonna sort of rattle it a bit.
You rattle it a bit. It's got a lot of
Make some-
rust on it. Slow oxidation in the dry climate of the Yanni Hor.
I bet you this can help us open up that door or something. And it must be used for something. How heavy is it? I mean, how big are the links? Are they 4 inches wide, or are they so it's carryable? You could take this, you could pick it up and carry it.
Okay.
Yeah. It'd take up a lot of room in your pack. It's 25 feet of chain. Small knapsack size full of chain, What'd that look like? Would it look like a bag of tire chains? What? It's gonna be a little heavy.
Is there any way to attach the hoop onto the chain?
No.
Maybe there's a trap door or something here, guys.
I got some
Yeah, let's.
find and remove trap skills from you guys that I already know about, right? Veridel, you're probably pretty close to the 59 or less as well.
Yeah, let me see here.
Making some passive rolls. You're in this room long enough that a projection like that animated in that first room that you came in with the pillars that went across the middle, there was a projection, an animated visage that spoke in a language you don't understand, and this happens again in this room on the west wall.
Yeah, what resolution is it? Is it HD, or is it 4K?
It's as if it was really there. It has depth. It has dimension.
Is there a source for it, or is it here to come a glow from the wall?
That's a nice way of putting it. There was a glow in the wall, and then it materialized outside the wall. And then when its message is concluded, it reverses the process, and then the soft yellow glow disappears from the wall.
What?
And what does it show? It's
It was just a head of somebody. It had aquiline features, very noble looking, large eyes. Yellowish bronze-like skin.
Is that what it was before? Does anyone remember what it was on the other wall?
It's similar. It's not exactly the same because that room had reliefs and frescoes or reliefs carved into the surface that once were painted, and this is just off the back wall that's unadorned. And you can find no other rooms in this wing of the complex.
is the dialect, or is it does it feel like this language is of Rom Myr and some of the structures of it, or does it feel more Averonian, a little bit like Zoo Orb, the voice of the language of the vampires? No.
No, it's a language foreign to your ears. In sound and syntax.
All right, so we didn't find anything on the walls, our lovely little thieflings.
Nope.
Lubin's going to take the loop, the 2-foot loop, and he's going to put the chain through it. So it's about 12 feet long with the chain. And he's going to grasp it in his lich hand, and he's just going to drag it behind him.
Okay. Yep, it's loud.
Just dragging it behind him. Okay. And we're going to go around this corner. So this room is, we didn't really check this room out. It says it was empty, but it's worth looking at, right?
Let's take a look around the place.
Nothing. Nothing but the dust on the floor that now floats in the air and winkles in the globe of Lumen's light.
So, like when I drag this chain behind me, does the dust kick up into these guys' faces a little bit, or?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, probably just a discomfort to Rugal, and the vampires could give a shit.
Okay, sorry, Rugal. What happens when we take that? We take this corner.
It loops and it goes around to make a circle.
To this thing, like those things?
Yeah.
Okay,
So if you just it doesn't wiggle or anything. If you just brought that north-south passage down a little further and then went west, you would have.
I got you. Okay, good. And then we'll just sort of like bring this around.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Well, that's dispiriting. And we don't have any other places we haven't explored. Is that true?
The cavern with the green glowing water that Veridel fell down into.
Oh shit!
We haven't explored any of that.
Did you guys see any openings or any sort of like passages in this thing when you were down there?
I don't know. I mean, we're a bit too busy trying not to die, really.
Yeah, and it was too big, too vast. You would have to walk to the perimeter a bit to get a better look.
What's our relative health index? So, Robo, you have 2 points. What do you
2 hit points.
Gabriel?
50%.
Okay. And Stu, you don't get to take any damage, did you?
I'm close, only from when I fell. I'm 19 to 23.
I haven't taken any damage yet, thankfully. Usually when I do, it goes down pretty fast. What do you say we drop this chain into the hole?
Into the goo?
Well, we got 2 choices.
No.
We wrap it around the statue and we drop it down in there, or we drop it into the goo. Like just hold it in there, mount it somehow, stake it to the floor, and then we walk into the goo thing where it took that dog. Well, maybe not that.
What's the statue of on the cavern?
Of a kneeling person using their decapitated head to pour water into the basin. So take your head off, kneel down, and use it as a vessel to the basin. And the basin
What?
had a black ooze covering the fact that it was actually a hole down there to that cavern.
What's Cassandra think?
She's thinking this place is a bust. She's not going to find shit worth selling. But going to have to search further. Things of value aren't easily found.
And what about the old lady in the?
As you know, she's still there. You haven't been back to that room.
You got an idea?
Did she? What did she say when you talked to her?
She was pretty antagonistic. She wanted us to let her out. And basically everybody else except for Lumen didn't like that idea.
And did she know anything about the egg?
She wasn't really forthcoming.
Hmm.
She said she would tell us stuff, I think, if we let her out.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so person holding head.
Yeah, she wanted to bargain. She wanted to.
And she didn't say not even who put her there.
Yeah, they didn't talk to her very long.
All right, Gabriel, it sounds like we should go talk to her.
You see, he said a bunch of curt words, escalated quickly, and animosity, and then they left the room with their bitching, going, "You bastards! Don't ruin the day." Yeah, she claimed that she was stuck here as a curse from a god when the god came to devour the souls of Valater when Valater was very young and nothing but a fish village. And she bartered with the god to return later, some millennial later, when it would be a great city and rich for feasting.
So this tower is like near the fishing flats.
No, it is not. This place is up in the Yanni Hor, northwest. You actually had to go not too far from Kren on your way here.
Okay.
Oh,
got it.
So Lumen's just going to start walking. Hearing Cree ask all these questions, Lumen's just going to say, "Let's go talk to the crone," and then he's gonna just start walking, sort of out, through, just sort of straight, dragging the chain through the door until he stands, as far away as he can and still be in the room, and he'll say, "Greetings, hag. We come back to beseech you of your knowledge. We seek the yolkless egg. What can you tell us?" She's still
there? Yeah, she's still there. And her deal's the same. Let her out, and she will tell you what she knows of the yolkless egg.
Are you a liar? Would you seek to destroy us should we release you?
Well, let's see. What's your charisma?
7.
I don't know.
She
One of the
just
most.
she just snarls at you and asks if you are mocking her plight.
What will you do if you escape? Where will you go?
I would go back to my home, Valetaire.
As you are, do you think you'd be well received?
I got nothing else going on. Yes, yes, yes. I'll be adored. They will all remember me.
Now, is she attractive?
No, she's withered and old, like skeletal. It's hard to say she's good looking. She's thin. Take a take a take a take an anorexic victim and make her like 500 years old.
Is she still alive? Or
She
is she
appears to
undead?
be. She's not undead.
What do you think, gentlemen?
No.
Whew.
I mean, I don't think it's a good idea to let her go. Certainly, we're missing something elsewhere here. Like,
How
Can we unhook the cage?
What would you have to do? You would have to get slack on the line, so that be lifting the cage just enough to get slack, and then bust the last link or bust a link, or not give it any slack and bust a link. There's not a latch. You would have to bust a link to remove the cage from the chain dangles from the ceiling. That's
What
bolted.
if we take her to Valater in the cage? Those two, it's just like, oh my.
Lumen says, "Gentlemen, would you step outside with me?" And he walks back out into, this room.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the temple room, or the whatever you would call that.
And he goes, "I have a stratagem, which I
I mean,
believe will
she
protect."
wants to go back to Valater, but we are not kind of willing or too convinced to free her, but maybe we can take her in the cage. Maybe we
I
can get something out of her. I don't know.
I I have this spell which you've seen me use, especially you, Veridel, who killed 7 innocent people under its power. Um, I cast clutch upon her, okay, and render her immobile.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we release her from the cage. We take her a rope and we dangle her out over the cliff, and then we release her from the clutch and we question her. And if she tries to attack us or if she is not cooperative, we let her fall to her death.
I mean, I like this plan in spirit. I think do we want to do anything else exploration wise before we resort to it? I guess is the question.
And then Lumen will say, "What? What will we do? What do you think?"
We either dangle back down into the cavern of dangerous shadows, or we dabble with the
With the
colorful pit,
colorful pit, yeah.
or do one more pass with some creative solutions on the walls in the other rooms that we didn't find much in.
Lumen cocks his head and he says, "I'm a people person." And here we have a perfectly capable person to interact with versus a pit of goo or black shadows. I mean, I think
At this point, I'm just gonna put my hands up. Fine, all right, this is your deal. You're the one that wants the egg. I'm here for you. Whatever you want to do.
let's
This
let
is
Rogal.
your show. This is your show.
Rogal, what do you think?
I'm gonna say we let's go back to the pool.
Rogal says the pool.
Yeah. We have the coins and the chain.
Cassandra says she's going to go outside. She'll wait for you guys outside.
No, wait.
She'll set up camp outside the Forbidden Tower and wait to hear of your success, or wait long enough to know that she's just going back to Valetaire to report your doom. At
Well,
least that
Lumen,
someone will know your fates.
that's fine. She wasn't even. I couldn't even tell she was there anyway.
I know, right? That's I couldn't give meaningful interaction because
Lumen looks to Kree because he respects Kree slightly more than he does Veridel.
why
I mean,
is that?
well, I mean, personally, I love Stu. Just saying. And he says, Kree, so here's our plan. We have 3 plans. One, we let this woman go under the power of a spell. So we say we did release you from the cage, but we don't release her from the spell.
Mhm.
2, we propel into the land of black shadows, which sucked some life out of you and hurt everybody. Or we go over to the pool and we start, splashing our hands in there, whatever. What do you think? The chain, we got the chain.
I think we can release her, keep her in the spell, and dangle her over where Barry fell.
All right, so it's a majority rule then. Let's can we take a break? I gotta kind of take a leak and stuff.
All right.
And
Yeah,
do that.
yes, we do. We can take a break. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Take a
And
quick
then
break. Get some
we'll see what
snacks.
happens.
Then we'll see what happens.
Okay.
What could possibly
All right.